Hello everyone, my name is Kat. I am a pastry chef. I work at the Next Door restaurant by Wegmans. I have been doing pastry for about 3 years. Today I'm going to teach you how to make granola bars, and I really like this recipe because it's super interchangeable and you can be very allergy conscious with it, and it's super easy and quick to make. So all it takes is some granola, bananas, any kind of nut butter. I like to use sunflower butter because it's not a nut, so you don't have to worry about allergies with it, and whatever fillings that your heart desires. So today I'm working with, if you can see, maybe, I've got sunflower seeds and pecans, and I'm using hemp hearts today because they're very high in fiber. I've also got some craisins, and I use maple syrup instead of sugar because it's healthier for you. So we can just, alright. So in this pan I've got a cup of rolled oats. I'm not using instant oats just because I like to give it a little bit more meatiness to it, I guess. So I'm going to toss these in the oven until they're nice and golden brown, and I'm going to take them out and combine them with my pot. So in my pot I'm going to put, I've got mashed bananas. So this is 2 bananas all mashed up just with a fork. I'm going to do a 1/4 cup of maple syrup. And then I'm going to use that sunflower butter, and that's going to be another 1/4 cup. Alright, so 1/4 cup of butter right into the pan. I'm going to start heating this up just until it comes up to a boil. That should be just enough time for the oats to get toasted. So I have my bananas kind of heated up. They came up to a boil. You can see them a little bit. They're still a little bit wet. And then I've got my toasted oats here. They're nice and golden brown. I'm just going to add those right into my pot of bananas and maple syrup and sunflower butter. Oopsie. And while these are heating up together, we're going to wait for them for the oats to soak up the rest of the moisture. Alright, so we've got our oats in the pot. We're just going to let them cook until the oats soak up the rest of the moisture from the bananas. And while those are cooking, we're going to put our sunflower seeds, the hemp seed, and the pecan just right back into that pan that we used for the oats. We'll toss these into the oven to get a light toast on them. So while that's heating up, just thought maybe I would show you guys a couple cool products that I've been using. They're just little dietary supplements. You can pick them up at Wegmans in the organic section. But I have here Camu Camu, which is pretty much just like an acai berry. It's high in antioxidants and vitamin C. So it's really good for you. It kind of has a little bit of a sour taste, but other than that, won't add too much flavor, just a lot of nutritional value. The other thing I've got here is a coffee flour, just really thinly fine ground coffee beans, and that has a lot of caffeine to help you give a boost in the morning. It's got a lot of antioxidants in it. There's some protein and iron. So both of those are really good ingredients that you could add just to give you a little bit of a boost in the morning. Alright, and this is getting kind of close. So here I've got another pan lined with parchment paper. I have some chocolate chips, and personally I like to add the chocolate chips right to the bottom of the pan, and then I just like to dump the granola mixture on top of it, and it's hot so it'll help it melt down and form to the bottom of the pan. And I like doing that because it helps the granola keep its shape a little bit more, but it's totally up to you. You could mix it in if you wanted to, or put it in while it's hot and give it more chocolate flavor. It's entirely up to you. So here I have the finished oats with the banana mixture. You can kind of see sticking to the bottom of the pan a little bit. That's how you know it's starting to dry out. So I'm going to combine that in a bowl with the craisins. I have a 1/4 cup of dried cranberries in here. Now would be the time that you would want to add in any of your flavorings. So here I add a teaspoon of cinnamon, and I'm also going to add a teaspoon of the cannoli powder. Give that a quick mix real quick. Got everything kind of coming together, and I'm going to go check on the nuts, and once when those are ready, we'll toss them all in here and then press them in our pan. Alright, so we have our nuts, the pecans and the sunflower and the hemp hearts are nice and toasted. So we're going to put these right in the bowl with our oats and the bananas. Give it a nice mix up. So once when it is all combined, got it about there, you'll toss it right on top of your pan with the chocolate chips in it. Give it a nice little spread out, but you don't have to be too picky about it, because in a second here, I'm going to put some parchment right on top of the pan, and then we're going to use the pan that we've been baking all of our nuts in, toss it right on top, and press everything into place. Kind of see, if we take the top layer off, everything just gets pushed down nice and flat. If you wanted to, if you really like chocolate, you could top it off with some nice chocolate ganache, a little drizzle of it, anything you'd like. But for now, this is done. We'll just pop it into the fridge until it cools down and we can cut it up. Alright, so this is the finished product. It's Still a little bit warm, but just for time's sake, I'm gonna get this cut up. So one right across the center, and then I usually do 5 to make 10 whole granola bars. And then at the end, that's what they look like.